Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Alex with Operation Assist Alex. Don't know what that is? Well, go check out my first video. It explains a little bit about me and a lot about what I'm trying to do. I'll put the link somewhere in there. So basically, I am making and selling paracord survival bracelets to raise money for a surgery that I really need. A paracord survival bracelet is a bracelet that is made out of paracord. The paracord that I use is 550 paracord, meaning they can hold 550 pounds. For every bracelet, there's about 10 foot of paracord, and for every 10 foot of paracord, you actually get 80 feet of rope because there's an outer sheath and 7 inner strands. So these bracelets can be unraveled, and you can have 80 foot of a rope for use in any sort of emergency, whether it be climbing down a mountain to save somebody's life, or my favorite example on a website was a guy using the inner strands to tie cans to a car after a wedding. So, even if your emergency is a small, thing, you could easily use your paracord bracelet, or you could just have them because they look cool and you're going to be helping me out. I'm currently making 3 styles of paracord bracelets. The first one is just the regular paracord bracelet. It looks like this whenever it's done in 2 colors. If I zoom it in, you can see it looks about like that. So, that's just the regular style right there. The next style has a little bit better features, because if you take one of these regular ones and you need to actually undo it in an emergency situation, you undo this first knot and pull it through, and then you unthread each of these like you would, say, shoelaces on a shoe. So the next style is the quick release style, and that looks like this in one color. It looks very similar if I zoom in here. The only thing is that the center of it is kind of slanted. So like I said, it looks the same, but it's a quick release. So you undo one knot, you take the 2 separate strands and pull it apart, and you have your paracord ready in less than 30 seconds. You can also get that in 2 colors, and that looks like that. It's just an extra piece I have tied on there. So that looks like that. The third style is the double layered paracord bracelet. It's pretty much the same as the regular, only the weave goes over the top of it, the knot. So that looks like this, or like this. This one you can see is in black and yellow, and if I zoom it in, you can kind of tell the difference between it. Besides the fact that it's just thicker, you can see that underlying layer. You can see it on the inside as well. So, the good thing about that is that you get a lot more paracord. You get about twice the amount of paracord on one of these as compared to one of these, and you can see the size difference here. It's about like that. So, definitely bigger. So those are the 3 styles. However, if you find something online that you like a lot better, talk to me. Maybe I can work it out for you. Somebody else did that, and this is what I made for them. It's a snake belly bar. If you look at it closely, it looks like that. And that's, it's pretty cool. It did take me longer to make, and it was a little difficult to get the hang of. But, I got it. I worked it out. I don't want people to not order from me because I don't have something I want. So, if you want something custom, let me know, and I'll see if I can do it. I have 4 different closures for the paracord bracelets, so that way they actually are bracelets and not just lengths of paracord. The first one is a curved side-release plastic buckle. It looks like that. You just, squeeze the side and it pops open. And, it's a really nice thing because it just kind of fits against your wrist like that. It's curved, it's comfortable, and, it's kind of nice to have. The bad thing about it is that if you have a 2-colored paracord bracelet, if you want to try and reverse it to have the different color on the outside instead of being like that, you can't do that with the curved buckle because, well, that would not be very comfortable on your wrist. So, I do have that though. It's great for the 1 color or the 2 color if you don't want to reverse it. And the good thing about it is that, like I said, it fits with your wrist, so it's really nice. It's just feels good. I have one that is actually a little bit smaller than the others that I have. I have 2 of them. So if you're getting something for like a kid, let me know, and I can definitely use up the smaller ones first. To fix the reversibility, I also have flat side-release plastic buckles. Same deal. You just pull them apart, and you can slide them back in. Of course, you'll have your bracelet attached, and those are flat. And that's what one guy ordered with his double-layered paracord bracelet, because he can have it like this, or he could take it and flip it and do that right there. You still have, a nice, comfortable bracelet. The third option is a chain quick link. Looks like this. You spin this little part right here, You get an opening, that way you can use it if you needed to use your paracord in an emergency situation, or just because you think it looks better. Right now, that is what the bulk of my orders are these. I think 4 out of 6 have been these quick links. I've gotten 1 flat and then 2 of the curved. But the good thing about these is that they hold 220 pounds of weight. That's what they're rated to hold. That's the suggested weight load. It's actually even stamped on there. So these are cool little deals to have on your paracord bracelet. The final option is to get a keychain ring, and I can actually, intertwine 2 of them, loop them together, link them together, whatever, and that could be the end of your paracord bracelet. I also might start making keychains soon. I'm just waiting to see if people would want them or not and trying to figure out prices on them. So if you're interested, let me know, and I would definitely, I will probably start making them soon. So that's your 4th closure option. I currently have 8 colors of paracord. I tried to get a nice variety so that way everybody could get, a little bit of what they wanted. People with different taste could, get the colors that they like. Of course, I have black. That is just, a basic color that I figured I needed to have. I also have navy, and if you look at it closer, you can see that it's definitely navy. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera. I also have a bright electric blue, right there. I have bright yellow, which that's what I've used on mine, and it's kind of faded into a normal yellow now, but it definitely starts off pretty bright. I also have a bright purple. It's called acid purple. I also have orange, neon orange, and red. And finally, I have an olive kind of foliage green that you can see right here. So, those are my 8 colors of paracord. If you, want something else, you can definitely let me know, and I will see what my orders are like. If other people want the colors, I might be able to order it. But I do like to order them in bulk, so that way it is, it works out better, and I have, extra in case I mess up, things like that. Now for the important thing, the cost of the bracelets. All of the money made from these bracelets are going to go into a fund for me to have my surgery. The only thing that it might be spent on other than that would be if I needed to hurry up and order some paracord before my payday. But then I would, replenish the account back to what it was at. I am keeping track of how much I'm making, so that way I don't spend money out of it. But basically, a regular paracord bracelet will be $12. However, the type of closure can affect how much it is. So if you get the curved side release buckle, like I have on this one, don't add anything to the cost. Those were easier to find, and I don't feel like I need to add anything to the cost. However, if you want the flat plastic side release buckle, which makes the bracelet reversible, then you need to add $1 to the price because they're harder to find and they're more expensive. Another option for making the bracelet reversible is the chain quick link. This is rated to hold 220 pounds, and it costs $2 at Lowe's, so that's why I'm charging $2 for them. And finally, for the keychain rings, well, if you want 2 of those, I'll just throw them in. They're kind of like the curved bracelets, curved buckles. So the regular one with, say, a quick link would be $12 for the bracelet, $2 for the quick link. You're looking at $14. The next style is the quick release, like these right here. And those are $14 because it takes me longer to make them, and it does take a little bit more paracord. And finally, there is the double layered paracord bracelets, and those are $16 due to the fact that they have almost twice as much paracord on them than the regulars. If you live in St. Louis, then you don't really have to worry about shipping. I can always meet up with you and deliver your bracelet to you if you've already paid, or you can bring cash and give me the money then. However, for those of you that aren't near me, or don't know me personally and don't want to meet up with me, then I will mail them to you via USPS. The first one that I sent off, I just put in a manila business envelope. It fit in there, it only weighed exactly an ounce. According to the USPS website, that should only take about 85 cents to mail. However, whenever I sent it off in the mail the first time, they told me I owed an extra $1.50 on it after putting one 45-cent stamp on it. So I don't know what the problem was, but I will be contacting them and going up to the post office with my next shipment, which should take place in about 1 or 2 days. So, I will find out the final price and put it right here. That price will apply to probably the 48 mainland states of the United States. Alaska and Hawaii, you guys are probably going to have to pay more, and international orders will have to pay more. But I will ship them to you as long as you'll pay shipping. I would love to be able to send a bracelet to Antarctica, but I've heard that the shipping rates are insane. But if you want to pay for it, that's okay. Now, as far as payment methods, the best way to pay would be PayPal. You give me your email address and your email that goes to your PayPal with your order, and tell me if there's a specific date you want me to send the invoice, and I can link it to your PayPal. It only takes a little bit for you to sign up. It's very fast, it's very secure, and I can include an invoice with the price of the bracelet, the closure, the shipping, and everything, so you can see a layout of exactly what you're paying for. So that works. And then also you can mail a check if you want to mail a personal check. That will take longer because I'll wait until I get it and put it in my bank account before I actually ship off the bracelet. That way I make sure that the check goes through all that stuff. But as soon as I send you the invoice for the PayPal and you pay, then it's in the mail. The other option would be to give me cash directly if I didn't have to ship it, or you can mail cash, but I would recommend against it. I would not recommend it, I guess would be the correct way to put that. Because it's really easy for stuff to get lost in the mail, and you don't want cash to be lost in the mail because anybody can take your cash and say that it's theirs, unlike a check or something like that. But if you really want to, just make sure you use lots of tape, and if it gets lost, it's not my fault. So yeah, if you have any other sort of payment method that you would like to pass by me, talk to me. I want to make this work for everybody, especially regarding payment. So yeah, that's pretty much your options. If you have any questions about it, check out the next section. If you have questions about me, my life, my transition, or especially the bracelets, feel free to email me at alexsurgeryfund@gmail.com. I'll put that link right up here like I did the link to my first video. This is also the email address you use if you want to place your order. If you're going to place your order, I need several things from you. First, I need your name. That way I can put you in my order form and actually know who the bracelet is going to. Next, I need to know the styles. Do you want a regular, a double, a quick release, or are you trying to contact me about a custom style? That would be a good question to ask before you place your order. The next thing I need to know is the colors. If you're just ordering a one-color bracelet, just say, I want a navy regular, a quick release, or whatever. That'll be easy. That's the easiest way to do it. However, if you're going to get two colors, you need to think about something. Do you want it to be reversible? If so, you have to get the flat buckle or the quick link buckle. However, if you're getting the curved buckle like I have on mine, then you'll need to specify the inside and outside color. So if you wanted to order this exact bracelet, you'd say I'd want a regular survival bracelet with the curved buckle. I want two colors. I want them to be navy on the inside and yellow on the outside. That way I don't get it reversed and everything works out how you want it. So then obviously you have to also tell me what buckle you want. Do you want the curved, the flat plastic buckle, or the quick link, or the keychain rings, or whatever you want it to be closed with? You gotta let me know that. You'll need to let me know if it will have to be shipped to you and how you want to pay. And if it will be shipped to you, then I need to have your mailing address so that way I can actually send it to you. And finally, I need your wrist size. And the easiest way to do that is to take a piece of string or even a piece of paper, anything you have lying around that can bend in all sorts of shapes. And you just want to wrap it around your wrist pretty snug. And don't worry about trying to get a loose fit so that way the bracelet's comfortable. I do all of that math later. So get it nice and tight like I have here, you can see, and just take it and measure it. I end up adding about an inch depending on what closure you get. For example, my wrist is just over 6 inches, and this bracelet, after I made it custom to my size, is just over 7 inches. You can see that I can fit a finger in here. It will spin if I want it to. However, it doesn't spin freely normally. If I do this, it stays in the spot that it's in. It will move up and down a little bit, but not much. And whenever it gets wet, it actually, the paracord shrinks a little bit, and so instead of moving that much down my wrist, it only moves that much right there. It won't squeeze your hand off if it gets wet and it's a little snug. You'll just notice it until it dries and it'll stretch back out. So give me your exact wrist size. On Facebook group it says to add 1.5 inches. Don't do that because come to find out 1.5 inches was entirely too much, and it all depends on the buckle that you're getting. So that's all that I need for your order. That's how you can contact me.